Okay, diametric opposition sound test number 2. Everybody ready? Let's see how this goes. Welcome back, guys. What do we think? Hey, Joe Axe. Thank you for the mic, sir. If I ever get to be big, I'm hooking you up, brother. Is it coming through okay? Is it too loud, too quiet? Does it sound like a tin can? No, that is not Sale. You are absolutely correct. There you are, sir. Oh, yeah. On my own pride, blame it on my ADD, baby. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's a bit better right there. All right. And Joe is going to help me learn. He's going to learn me how to use the Mixer app that he sent. So all that distortion that's in there, that I turned it up to see how distorted it would be. And we'll be able to take all that out. I was just brought a Chipotle-sized burrito. And so I'm chewing in your ears. I was listening to Keith's show last night. And as I said, he was discussing race. Racism happens to be one of my favorite subjects. Let me tell you why. If you are white with a German last name, you will run across prejudice. Now, that may sound strange to some of you. Not so much my Irish friends. They know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you are German, and you look German, and you go and talk to somebody, one example played out over the span of my life is, as soon as the person I'm talking to realizes they've never seen me in their Lutheran church, they don't like me. That's at least the impression that I get. I'm not German enough. Or, I'm German, but I don't have any money. My mom's she was a professional singer, and there are, for those of you who do not know, there are exclusive German clubs and exclusive Italian clubs and exclusive, for all these, whatever. And you go into these joints and they're freaking beautiful, right? Well, my mom was singing. They have different rooms. It's a big place, all of them are. And one of the rooms was rented out, so they called my mom to come out and be the entertainment. She comes out, she's singing. And I grew up with that, so I was over at the bar. And I'm sitting there. There's really nobody there. There's an elderly couple sitting there. And I sit down, and she asked me, she says, well, what kind of name is, and she says, my mom's last name. And I said, I don't have a freaking clue, She's married. That's her marital name. My last name is Dieter. D-E-E-T-E-R. Comes from Deister, which I think somebody in my family killed somebody, and then they just changed their name. They were like, no, it's Dieter. I'm not even related to the Deisters, I'm sure something hillbilly went down. I'm absolutely positive of that. And so they get really excited. Oh, you could be a fraternal member. And I'm like, all right, cool, And they said, it's only $580 a month. Yeah. I've had years where I didn't make $580 in a year. Hard to make money when you're homeless. And that's not the common currency of homeless people. So that's one example. The new Black Panther Party. These guys are just a freaking barrel of fun. Not a lot of people in Ohio have had direct dealings with the new Black Panther Party because they are they've been disbarred from the state of Ohio. And so they weren't here for very long. Well, when they were here, I had to see them once a week, sometimes twice a week. I'm not making this up. Every time I walk out of the building. It was down at the Martin Luther King Avenue Columbus Urban League building. And they do work with AEP and all this stuff. So I'm down there, and every single time I walk out. Now, my car at the time was covered in stickers, so I look like a moving billboard anyway. And I didn't have a muffler, so it was a loud billboard. And every single time I walked out, they're handing their flyers out to, I'm obviously like one of two white people there. And they're handing their flyers out to everybody, and as soon as I get there, they are they're really hateful. They're just openly hateful. So I tried to talk to them. I'm like, hey man, I want a flyer. And they said, no, you cannot be a member of the new Black Panther Party. This is what I didn't understand. And I said, why not? I said, I'm a friendly dude. And they were like, well, you're white. And I said, well, that's obvious. Of course I'm white. And they said, we're the new Black Panther Party. The old Black Panther Party, and obviously they didn't say it in this friendly of terms. I'm kind of giving you guys the brief summation. And they said the old Black Panther Party, the Black Panther Party, was started by white folks, white folks all in it, da-da-da-da-da. The new Black Panther Party is this tied into like this 5%er movement. 5% of the earth is superior to the rest, and they're all black, and da-da-da-da-da. They used to give me hell every single time. I mean, and it's more than dirty looks, and it's more than words, you know what I mean? They're trying to intimidate you and browbeat you and, all this mess. That's what they do. So I had to deal with them. I had to deal with them every week for quite some time. I was a white kid going to a white school, predominantly white school, and then the school decided to bus in inner city black kids. They show up, they're all in gangs, and they hate white people. They're picking fights with us, and they thought we were weak. So we fought them, and the principal's crying, I don't have control over my school anymore, there's nothing I can do, blah, 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 because Gahanna accepted federal funding and this, that, and the other. And they didn't bust them in after that. They ended up going back because of all the fighting, and they were wearing their Malcolm X stuff, and just openly racist. And so they stopped doing that. About that time is when I had a lot of stuff happen in my life, and my parents moved us to Columbus. So I go from the suburbs, which really weren't that great anyway, to Columbus City. Now I have long hair. I am as white as the undriven snow. I'm actually so white, I'm almost a pale yellowish blue. I'm kind of see-through. And I don't get tan, I get yellow. It's weird. And I'm just a white guy. I'm a regular white guy, but I have long hair, and they thanks. And she said I'm pretty fly for a white guy. For dorks, as far as the dorks are considered, I'm like a super cool dork sometimes. But yeah, I go there, and it's pretty much an all black school, and it was weird. The other 49 white people that were there were very strange. I had nothing in common with them. They seemed very immature. And the black kids there hated me just because I was white. There were, I don't know anybody. So, I'm an outcast. The white people won't have anything to do with me because I've not been beaten down by the blacks yet and put in my place, So I didn't act like them. And I didn't come from a place of weakness either. We fought. I mean, me and my friends of 30, 40 of us, we fought. And if there was nobody else to fight, we fought each other. It was just what we did. We just grew up rough, man. It was different. It was weird. We didn't have to be as mean as we were to each other, but we were. Makes me appreciate nice people now. But yeah, I mean, so then I go there, and I'm fighting on the regular there, and I'm losing most of my fights, and there's these walking paths that I used to have to walk from the school, and then it would go into a court. Well, the walking paths are only so many feet wide, and there's a fence on either side, so it's a great place to beat up Whitey, and I had to walk those to get home. So they, one time there was three chicks standing there. Nobody wants to freaking beat up on a girl, but they started a fight, man. They started a fight with me about as soon as I stepped foot on the path, and I'm like, whatever, and I'm trying to avoid it. Next thing you know, I'm getting hit in the face, and I'm getting hit in the throat and getting hit everywhere. And I grabbed one of them and threw him into the fence. Well, it was kind of a setup. They had their boyfriends at the other end of the path, and they came around the end of the path. Oh, you put your hands on a woman? You put your hands on a woman? And so it was me against 6. And I lost bad, I went home all kinds of hurt. I just laid down, turned on the TV, and was like, I'm done. I'm done with those people. You know, it wasn't cool. The school saw that it was so bad, and I know I'm not supposed to say this, whatever, I don't care. It's been so long ago. The school saw that it was so bad, they actually kept me enrolled for the next 2 years and with a 0 attendance. And it was also so that they could get their funding for, you know, the rare white guy that would show up. So we helped each other. It kept me out of trouble. It kept my parents out of trouble. And they knew home life was horrible for me, too. And then I'm going to school and getting beat up. And so the school was like, look, go do whatever it is you have to do. You won't hear from us. And had to deal with all kinds of racism. There was a big white guy on the bus, and he was sitting up front. Me and my buddy were sitting in the middle. And between us three, we were the only 3 white people on the bus. We have a 45-minute bus ride from the Career Center back to the school. For 30 of those minutes, everybody listened to that one white guy running off at the mouth to my friend. Right? Now, this white guy was sure that he was black. He was absolutely positive of it. And I think it was my generation that started a lot of that. I have no idea why they think they're black or thought they were black. I have no clue. You know, they figured if they dressed and talked and acted and knew rap songs, I have no idea what these people were thinking, but they were pretty sure. I mean, they were positive that they were black. They absolutely knew it. And so here he is, calling my buddy a headbanger and all this other stuff, you know, trying to get him going for 30 minutes. I know it's hard to believe I kept my mouth shut for that long, but I was giving my buddy respect so that he could, you know, handle his business. Well, come to find out, he'd been, you know, he's gone to Columbus Public his whole life. You know, he wasn't pressed about this at all. You know, he'd been, you know, he's always gone through this, and he's kind of a little dude. Crazy, but he's little. And it wasn't even bothering him, but it was driving me nuts. And so I stood up and I told him, I said, dude, I will beat you from the front of the bus to the back if you don't shut your mouth. Wouldn't you know the bus driver then diverts the bus route, calls the cops, and calls security as soon as I say something? Guys, I've been exposed to it. Anybody who is a Central Ohio native knows about Uzi Alley. A lot of them don't even know the actual name of the road. It's Bellwood. It was in the Greenbrier complex. I used to live there. I lived in the front in Kellner Court. I lived in Virginia Lee South. And I lived on Bellwood. It was one of the worst ghettos we had to offer. I watched a security car turn into Swiss cheese in about 30 seconds. You heard every single caliber of gunfire you didn't know exist shooting into that car. There was a building that was owned by a gang. They didn't even pay rent. It was just their building. Rush. Ruthless underground street hustlers. And they would shoot at you just because they were drunk. You know, and you were white. I was one of 4 white people that was allowed back there. Guys, I've been through it. I really have. I've been a long-haired white guy my whole life. I know what it's like for white people to hate me. I know what it's like for black people to hate me. Maybe that's why I talk about unity. You know, I have been beat up and berated by white folks. You know, check this out. I'll tell you this. I was incarcerated one time, and I was helping a guy write a letter. He was a black kid that he couldn't read or write. And I helped. I said, man, no problem. I got you. I'll help you. So he wanted to write a letter to this chick. And not kidding, we've gone through the whole letter. We're at P.S., da-da-da-da-da, one sentence. I put the exclamation point on the end of the sentence, and we are done. Guard comes in. It's a white German guard. Sees me helping out this black kid. Sends the black kid to bed and sends me to the hole in solitary confinement. I've lived in poor neighborhoods where it was black and white and every other thing. And when the power went out in the city, we all came together. We all ate food together. I've been around the self-important racists. You know, everybody's met those Rhodes Scholars. I've been around, 36 years of living. I've been able to just cram a lot of life into that short period of time. So I've been able to see a lot of different sides. I got Jewish friends that are Russian-born Israeli Jews. I got friends that are born in Israel proper. You know, they know a thing or two about prejudice. I've had those discussions with them. And how the Christians don't really understand Jews or what it is to be Jewish. You know, Christians are offensive to Jews when they're trying to make a compliment. They just don't realize it. And the Jews that I know are usually pretty gracious. They just kind of smile. All right, little Protestant, have a nice day. With your lack of education. So, all of this all kind of leads to this. All of this in the country right now that is trying to destabilize us, whether it's Ferguson, whether it's New York, whether it's this white cop shot that black guy, or that black cop shot that white guy, or whatever it is. Do not allow all of this to destabilize our country. You're allowed to feel however you want. I personally don't care. I don't care if you hate everybody for ridiculous reasons. If you're still willing to come together with everybody so that we can get our country back, that's where our focus needs to be. That's where it needs to be. We need to have precision, surgical focus here. You know, yes, racism exists. If I was black in this country, I wouldn't like it. I really wouldn't. You know, it's different to be white in this country. In most areas, you know. And I know people don't like hearing that. Too bad. You know, it is. It is. I don't have the same apprehensions when I get pulled over. I know I'm about to get a ticket. I don't think twice about, am I going to get shot in the head or something, you know? No, I'm going to get a ticket. I was speeding. I didn't have my seatbelt on. I don't know. I was too cool past 5 o'clock, whatever, you know, ridiculous reason they want to come up with. I don't have to worry about, is this guy going to, you know, come up to the side of the car and then say, why are you resisting? Officer down, you know, and then, you know, all his buddies show up in the gang and you get shot. I don't have to worry about that. I've never worried about that. Yep, Greenbrier by the airport, Joe. Yep, right there. I was a little 17-year-old hippie running around there, man. The Jamaicans liked me. I'm a friendly guy. I mean, I've been able to transcend all that BS most of my life just because I value people. I like people. I want to know people from every freaking side of the planet. I want to know your culture, you know, and I like mine too. Did you notice something? There wasn't any angst in that. There wasn't any hatred in that. There wasn't any of that there. None of it. You know, I like my culture. I love my culture. I'm all about, you know, where I come from and what people did so that they busted out their family Bibles to make sure that eventually my dumb ass could be born. I appreciate that. Good looking out. You know, well done. Doesn't mean I hate anybody. I freaking love meeting people from around the world. If you can't speak English, you and I are going to have some charades happening. You know? Been that way my whole life. I always want to meet people and learn about their cultures and stuff. I think that brings virtue to all of us. If you don't feel that way, you're just an overprivileged moron, really. You know, stop having thoughts. Just go do something else, you know? Go build something with your hands or write something. As long as you're leaving other people alone. It's a victimless crime for you to be so dumb. So, Mr. Pinkerton asked if I'm going to blow some minds with some truth. I doubt it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we all kind of know the same stuff. But if and when the families call in, I believe they'll have some interesting things to say. Dr. Rima was on Live Truth yesterday with Brian Lang with an E at the end, and he said that Dr. Rima, if you guys don't know who world-renowned Dr. Rima is, she's involved with our case in Whitehall with the bus driver. She volunteered to give expert testimony on behalf of the families. So we're trying to get them in touch. We may have Live Truth Radio on here today as well. So, we're all about promoting everybody and each other and getting everything going well. If you guys are listening to us, you're supporting a small business. And if you're supporting a small business, you should feel sassy. I bet you do right now. Feeling all sassy. I can tell. And if you thought that trading posts were a thing of the past, well, you were just simply wrong. Because now they have telephones. You can call them. Promise you, check this out. There's a trading post, and here's their number, 440-986-7277. That's an easy number. 440-986-7277. You can call this sassy trading post. They have all kinds of things. Everything. If you look at the pictures on Facebook, go to Facebook and like them. If you look at these pictures, man, they seriously have everything. They got clothes and purses and necklaces and hats and little banners. I'm not sure if that's a banner. That might be a really fancy scarf. I'm a dude. I don't know. But they got everything. They got all kinds of stuff here. Harley Davidson stuff. So, oh, there went my Facebook. Ka-chow! That's all loud. Oh, friend request. See, people know I'm friendly. It's kind of nice. Yeah, so check out the Sassy Chicks New and Rustic Trading Post. If you're an American, check that joint out. Go give them a holler if you're in Ohio. If not, give them a call. Check them out online. They got stuff and things. And you want some of those stuff. It's one of those deals. You walk in, you're like, oh, man, I've been totally wanting that. I totally forgot about it, but I want that, Excelente. So, when I come back, we're going to go on break here in a minute, but when I come back, there have been rumors about the Westboro Baptist Church wanting to come to Columbus, Ohio, Grove City to be specifically, to protest the funeral of our Marine. They talk about rearing their ugly heads in our state. Are you guys okay with that? Okay, cool. Everyone's okay with Westboro Baptist Church talking about how God loves... Oh, wait. Their posters that say God loves dead soldiers actually offend you? Oh, good. Get your butt to Grove City tomorrow. Get there about 11. Our boys at look seriously. The Ohio Patriot Bikers are no joke, and they're going to be there. They are escorting this soldier. They have taken the responsibility to do this. This is one of the groups that we are in touch with. These are active folks. These are also folks that people at the Westboro Baptist Church may not want to trifle with. I mean, everyone's all about you're allowed to stand there and exercise your rights. If they do anything stupid, I can't imagine Ohio as a whole is going to react well. Yeah, I'm not, look, am I advocating violence? Maybe. I don't care. Whatever you guys, you know what? Whatever you guys say, that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, is whatever you guys are saying I'm doing. Hello, sir. We are getting ready to go to break on the Right Side Media Network. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
Yeah, doing okay. I'm hoping that the speakerphone comes through okay on this mic.
So I'm listening, and it sounds pretty decent. So
okay.
Can you hear me, Tyler? Well, actually, we're on a delay, so it's going to take a minute.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you can hear me, awesome. If you can't, whatever. But here's the deal. On my show tonight, I'm going to call you. You're going to be a guest on my show tonight, all right?
Right on.
Me and you, I have the personal cell phone number for this jackass. Me and you are going to call him.
Ooh.
On top of calling him, if we can get guaranteed, if we make a Facebook event for this and we can get guaranteed 40 people to show up, me and you are going to are you going to Columbus?
Yes.
Okay, then here's what we're going to do. Me and you are going to meet up in Columbus. We're going to do a live remote from Columbus. We're going to pump these assholes out. Nice. I get 40 people to show up. We get 40 people to show up, guaranteed. Me and Tyler will go to Columbus. We'll do while they're protesting, we'll counter-protest, and we'll do a live remote. We'll call them on the air tonight, let them know we're coming, let them know to be scared, and we'll have some fun with it. So Right Side Media Network will be there protesting these jackasses.
Yes. All right, guys. I got about 20 seconds left before I go to break, but you just heard Right Side Media Network is going to be to counter-protest for Westboro Baptist Church tomorrow. So We will be right back with Diametric Opposition, and thanks for listening, guys.